I'm going to do a reaction video to Ryan Garcia calling Andrew Tate of all people. You know, Ryan Garcia is claiming that he was sexually assaulted. It's a very bizarre call. Let's get into the video.
Talk. And Ryan Garcia said, bro, please. And Ryan Garcia also said, okay, set up and bring Tristan, please. Andrew Tate said 20 minutes G and finally got him on the call.
Well, the way it typically works is with sponsorship contracts. So what they would do with someone like me, who's monumentally influential, they'd come along and say, we're going to pay you $50 million. And in exchange for that money, you're going to support this company. But to make sure that this company doesn't get in any trouble, make sure you don't bring any heat on this company, your official positions on LGBT will be X, your official positions on Israel-Palestine will be Y. And don't worry, we spend a lot of money with advertising spends with the media outlets, so the media outlets will never print anything bad about you because they cannot attack the poster child of the person who funds them. So typically what they do is they try and get you to agree to these sponsorship contracts to neuter you. And once you've taken the money, you then are inner circle, Hollywood, Illuminati, whatever you want to call it.
I'll tell you, Andrew has some story, always trying to get out of the criminal behavior that he's done his entire life. You know, the same guy that taught a class, how to pimp women and sex traffic women in the war room in the real world, where the messages have been intercepted by Dicot, and it's him and Tristan's on there talking about how he's going to work these bees like slaves 12 hours a day, and they don't want them to have the passcode to see how much money they're making. You know, Andrew's got some cover story to try to make it look like that the case against him is all made up. And Ryan Garcia calling Andrew Tate to say that he was sexually assaulted is like if you have a drinking problem, a gambling problem, or a sex problem, and you call the devil himself. That's what it's the equivalent to.
Which is why singers you've never heard of are at the Brit Awards or the Met Gala. And then the people on the internet who are free, who are far more famous than they are, these singers, nobody knows who they are, nobody cares, is not invited. We're not invited to those things. You'd go to an after party. At the after party, every single room would be bugged. There'd be cameras, there'd be microphones, as we can see in Diddy's lawsuit.
Andrew, you compare yourself to like people that have talent and success. You compare yourself to, I don't like Puffy. We all know what he's about, but he's created music. You know, you compare yourself to Elon Musk, who's creating God only knows what at this time. You try to compare yourself to Ryan Garcia, a guy that's boxed his whole life. Andrew, what is your talent other than being a con man, other than being a human trafficker, other than being a pimp, other than being a pedophile? You have supported support for Jeffrey Epstein on your Twitter, you and Tristan. You have supported support for grown men sleeping with 14 and 15-year-old girls. You're a pedophile. So the fact that Ryan Garcia, it's obviously the drugs, right? It's obviously the crystal meth that he's on, because he's probably been up for 3 days and now he's hallucinating. For him to reach out to you, of all people, if this were true, he was sexually assaulted, it's literally like calling the devil. Now, so we got to listen to Andrew's whole spiel. Andrew, you were never offered $50 million or $100 million to be part of the Illuminati, as you claim, because you would have took the money. You were never offered this type of money. You're full of it. No, instead you wanted to sex traffic women and have women work on webcam. You have admitted over and over and over again that you've made the majority of your millions through webcam and TikTok, as you claim, right? No, you turned down $100 million so you could have girls work on webcam. Sure, Andrew.
Something haram will happen in the house. You'll be offered to do a bunch of bad things yourself, drugs, women, etc. Something bad will happen. Somehow you'll be linked as an accomplice to it. Someone will come to you and say, oh, look, this underage girl had sex.
You know, I'm not Muslim, but haram means like sin, I guess, in a way. And he always throws that word around. The same guy that sleeps with, 10 women a month that aren't his women, smokes all day, creates pornography, then bashes all the men that buy it. But none of that's haram. Right, Andrew? No, and Andrew's delusional mind, he's above the crime he commits. He commits crime, and then he preaches, and then he thumbs his nose and looks down upon the people that, he has a casino where people were losing thousands upon thousands, and when they finally won, the people that ran the casino, including Andrew, would beat them up and take the money. But he thumbs his nose at all their vices, but then he supplies the vices. Typical Tateisms.
So this guy in this room, and you're only in the room next door, and if the police come, it's going to look bad on you. It's going to be all over the papers, and you're going to be a sexual trafficker. But don't worry, because of this sponsorship, we're going to make sure it stays out in the media. We've got your back. Don't worry. See you at the next party. So then you're stuck. You have to be friends with these people, or they've already semi-threatened you. And I'll sit it right here, right now. The reason my Matrix attack came is because I turned down a sponsorship contract.
Wait, so his 600-page indictment of 7 different women that said they were sexually assaulted that didn't know each other from different countries who all gave the same account that Andrew Tate choked him out to the point of unconsciousness, then they woke up and he was still going, or the indictment that the DICOT officials put together, the war room messages that have been intercepted of Andrew and Tristan talking about sex trafficking these girls and restricting their movements and taking away their ability to leave the house and only giving them 3 meals a day, having them leave their families behind, restricting everything they do and then manipulating them to work on webcam. It's a Matrix attack. It's because he turned down $100 million offer to promote certain products. Dude is so full of shit, it's not even funny. He's just so full of garbage. He's the biggest con man piece of garbage on the planet.
They let me walk or throw me in a dungeon forever. We're going to find out.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully
but that's how it goes. Because most people, when
enough.
they're offered $50 million, take the $50 million. But I'm not going to dress fruit.
Oh, yeah, Andrew's just so special. He's just a man with principle. He would never do such things. No, he'll only, create porn and then thumb his nose at the guys that buy it or watch it all day. Right, Andrew? You create pornography, but you're not that guy, right? You're such a holy, devout Muslim, right, Andrew? Is that what you want the world to believe? Right, sure.
And condone a genocide for money.
Oh, here we go.
So you just have to put me in fucking jail, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
So as for what Ryan's saying, we're going to see his story. I'm going to keep chasing him up. And I'll unmute the mic again when he's online. Ryan, unmute your mic.
Yo, Andrew.
Hey, bro. All right, talk to us.
Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. They held me down and they made me watch little kids get raped. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Where?
Bro, they fucking took me to the fucking woods, bro, and they fucking tied. I'm not fucking joking, bro. I have fucking proof, bro. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I fucking will show you every fucking video you could ever fucking believe. Bohemian Grove is real. They fucking tied me down and they made me fucking watch, dog. I absolutely don't give a fuck anymore. Yes, I fucking lost it. They're raping little kids.
He doesn't want to take us all, so let's go. Come on, Ryan. He doesn't want to take us.
Come on, fuck this guy, dude.
Bro, fuck this dude, dude.
Who?
Bro, you know the higher elite.
I'm getting Charlie Sheen vibes right now. That's what I'm really getting. Of course, Andrew's trying to capitalize off, Ryan Garcia losing his mind because he's been on crank for 3 days, comparing it. This is what they do. When you turn down a $50 million offer to promote certain products, they come up with a case on you. I really hope the judge Andrew Tate is not going to be judged by a jury. It's one judge. I hope the judge reads and watches everything he does and says, every video he makes. So when he keeps putting it off like this and just making up stories to try to justify his criminal behavior, that 10 years turns into 30.
Bro, you already know who they are, bro.
No, you know what?
You know the path you're going down is dangerous, my friend.
I don't give a fuck.
Here we go.
I don't give a fuck. They can't touch me. I'm a god.
Well,
He's a god. Ryan Garcia's a god. Right. So you know what you do sound like Andrew Tate right now because he thinks he's God also.
the first point of contention because I care about you a lot, and I can assure you from my own personal experience that they can touch you, which is the worst part
no,
about
they can't, bro. All right, so come touch me, you fucking bitch.
You have proof of these things on. You have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. The fuck you talking about? Of course. If Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I'm in the middle of a judicial process right now.
You want me to get you out of it? I can help
Well,
you.
bro, my door gets kicked in if I say what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Andrew, your door has been kicked down in the past because you're just telling the truth, right? That's the Tateism spin. I tell the truth and I tell men to work out, so they kick down my door. No, they kick down your door because you're a sex trafficker who takes young impressionable women, makes them think you're going to be in a relationship, then you lock them in a room with 8 other women, restrict their movements, only feed them 3 meals a day, don't let them have contact with people in their hometown or their parents, and then you put pressure on them to get them to do what you want. That's why your door was kicked down. Your door was kicked down because you committed sexual assault against 7 different women. That's why your door was kicked down. You've sold drugs. You admitted to selling drugs. You admitted to having a scam casino called Las Vegas Casino where 98% of the time the machines were rigged, and when the patrons finally won, you beat them up and took the money back. So that's why your door was kicked down, Andrew. Not because you're a devout Muslim who's telling the truth, right, Andrew? You know, the devout Muslim who creates pornography, who smokes like a fiend all day, who has sex with 10 different women every month that aren't his wife, but he's such a devout Muslim. Right, okay.
Well, I can help you get out of it if you want. I know people.
Oh. Tell everyone at home then. Start from the beginning. When did this happen? Where did this happen? What exactly did you see? Why have you tweeted the things you've tweeted? Let people at home understand you a little bit.
Because I don't give a fuck, bro. They raped me, right? I was 2 years old. They raped me. I have proof of that, too. That's where it all started, bro. Okay?
You do know there's going to be certain people who believe, and Ryan, you know I like you. We've been speaking for years. You know there's going to be people who believe you're just saying this because you've, I don't know, had a mental breakdown or taken drugs and you're repeating some of the things you said on the internet. And so they're going to not believe you unless you come at it very coherently.
Andrew, I'll go to fucking Romania and take a drug test in front of your face.
Bro, you don't want to come here. you don't need...
The pressure is getting to him. Ryan Garcia knows that Devin Haney is going to pick him apart for 12 rounds. Devin Haney doesn't have a lot of punching power. He's going to get embarrassed and humiliated for 12 rounds. And I've seen plenty of people, you know, when they get put under the lamp or they get heat applied to them, they just melt. That's what Ryan Garcia is doing. He's mentally fragile. Everybody will just assume that he's, you know, tough because he's a boxer, that he's physically and mentally tough. He's not tough because he's tough. The reason why he's tougher than the average person is because of the training. It doesn't mean that you have all the other characteristics to become a champion. So you're seeing him crumple before your eyes because he knows that Devin Haney's going to dismantle him for 12 rounds.
Romanian jail is bad for your fight camp, but I'm just asking. Like you're gonna have to tell a far more coherent story from start to finish for people to truly understand that what you're saying happened is what you saw, and that this is not some sort of episode or anything else. This is my advice to you as a brother. I'm trying to make it, if you want people to believe you, you're going to have to come along and explain from the absolute beginning exactly how it happened, who was involved, how you got there, what car you were in, where you were standing, everything.
Of course they're going to want that, and I have all the information possible.
Okay, so when are you releasing it? How are you releasing it? Or are you keeping it for yourself? Because it looks like you don't want to keep it for yourself.
I don't. At the right time, I'm going to release all of it, but at the right time, I'm going to do it. They're already calling
The Charlie Sheen vibes are coming through the computer.
me to tell me to stop. I don't give a fuck, dude. I've already had a meeting with them. I'm going to let you sit with that, Andrew.
All right, bro. Well, I want you to know that either way, I'm praying for you, and I hope that...
Thank you, bro.
You know, and I mean...
I don't give a fuck, bro. Alex Jones has been saying the same shit, and they try to... The only reason they can't stop me because they listen to the devil. I listen to God. God gave me authority. It's over for everybody, bro.
But Alex, they've attempted to paint him as some psycho conspiracy theorist, even though he's not. So
bro,
when he says things, they're not as afraid of.
You ever hear Andrew and the way Ryan say, God, I am God? Right, sure.
of him releasing the truth because they feel like they've done a good job of brainwashing the average
Hey, bro, out of
person that
respect
he's a
for you,
liar.
bro. Out of respect for you, I love you. I'm gonna hop off this. Share it to the world, please.
All right, Ryan. Ryan, I'll talk to you privately as well, okay?
Bye-bye.
All right, bro. It's an interesting conversation.
You ever notice people when they're drunk or high with the fake "I love yous"? Yeah, sure you do, Ryan. Sure. Just like Andrew really cares about you. No, he needs a good payday. He needs to be the person that released the information so it gets 50 billion views so he can make some money off it. And the Tates don't care about anybody but themselves and their bank account. So
It's an interesting topic because we're discussing things that do happen and things like
This is really sad to see because regardless if Ryan Garcia is exposing some home truths, he's suffered with his mental health in the past and he still doesn't seem 100% stable with whatever he's going through right now.
My cards are locked, and I'm just being real.
At some point, he was just getting weirder and weirder in his Instagram posts, and now he's taken to Twitter. And I want to find out more details on what's actually sent him into this dark place. I guess we'll find out soon, but I will keep you posted.
yeah, it's called crystal meth. In the area that he lives, that's like a popular drug. When it's all said and done, when it comes out, he's been doing crank. He's up for 3 days, and he's hallucinating. He's making this entire story up. He surrounds himself with yes people. You know, that's what he does. Whether it's his boxing career or it's his inner circle, you know, he wants to be a YouTuber. He doesn't really want to be a fighter. And he knows he's about to step in there with a real fighter and a real assassin. And that's Devin Haney. Devin Haney's going to whoop his ass. You have to bet $700 to win $100 on Devin Haney. And, you know, if you had Elon Musk money, you dropped $100 million on it, it'd be a safe bet because Ryan Garcia is going to get completely dismantled against Devin Haney. I don't think Haney's going to knock him out, but it's going to be 12 rounds of embarrassment. I think that Haney's probably going to TKO him. Ryan will end up quitting because he has no mental toughness. But he's folding. The pressure is just too much for him. He's not really about that life, and he knows the clock is ticking till the fight starts, and it's over for him. And that's it. He's not going to, of course he's going to show up to the fight. He needs that 40 to 50 million that he's going to get so he can get that money to go party and do drugs and do whatever else he's doing. So he's going to show up to the fight. He needs the payday.